You've heard the legends, whispered tales of creatures that stalk the night, their howls echoing through the darkness. But what if some werewolves weren't just fiction? What if, hidden amongst the folklore and myth, there existed real stories of people who were believed to be werewolves? Join me now as we journey back in time, venturing into the shadowy annals of history to uncover the chilling accounts of those accused of being these terrifying beasts. These aren't movie monsters, these are real historical cases of people who were believed to be werewolves. Prepare yourself for the truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. Our journey begins in 16th century Germany in the town of Bedburg, where a sinister shadow fell over the land. This is the story of Peter Stubbe, a man whose name would become synonymous with terror and brutality. For years the villagers of Bedburg lived in fear as livestock fell prey to savage attacks. But whispers of something far more sinister began to circulate, whispers of a man-eating beast that stalked the night. The accusations against Stubbe were as shocking as they were horrific. He was said to have terrorized the countryside for over 2 decades, his bloodlust insatiable. Legend has it that Stubbe, consumed by a darkness he could not control, would transform under the cover of night, becoming the monstrous embodiment of our deepest fears. In 1589, after years of terror, Stubbe was captured. The trial that followed was a spectacle unlike any other, a public forum for the darkest fears of a community gripped by the unknown. On October 31st, 1589, Peter Stubbe met his end, broken on the wheel, his body burned alongside the effigy of a wolf. Our next tale takes us to the French countryside of the 16th century, to the region of Poligny. It was a time of great unrest, a period marked by war and famine, when fear and superstition cast long shadows over the land. In 1521, a string of gruesome attacks began to plague the region. Travelers passing through the dense forests would disappear without a trace. Those who dared to venture into the woods returned with tales of a monstrous beast, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Panic spread like wildfire through the villages, the very air thick with fear. As the attacks escalated, so too did the whispers of something unholy at work. People began to suspect their neighbors, their eyes searching for any sign of the beast that lurked beneath the surface. The authorities, desperate to quell the growing panic, launched a full-scale investigation. What they uncovered was a tale as bizarre as it was terrifying. A group of individuals led by a man named Michel Verdun confessed to the crimes. Michel Verdun and his followers were burned at the stake, their ashes scattered to the wind, a stark warning to any who dared to embrace the darkness. Chapter 3. Gilles Garnier, the Hermit of Saint Bonnot. In the late 16th century, Gilles Garnier lived in isolation near Dole, France. Known as the Hermit of Saint Bonnot, his solitude turned sinister. Children began disappearing, their remains found in the forest. Garnier confessed to the crimes and was executed in 1573. Chapter 4. Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the Spanish Werewolf. Our final chapter takes us to 19th century Spain. Here we encounter Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the Spanish Werewolf, a traveling salesman with a dark secret, charismatic yet sinister. Disappearances plagued the region. Women and children vanished, fear gripped the villages, authorities were baffled. Then the disappearances stopped. In 1852, Romasanta confessed. He claimed to be a werewolf. The court questioned his sanity. The stories of Peter Stubbe, the Werewolves of Poligny, Gilles Garnier, and Manuel Blanco Romasanta offer us a glimpse into a darker time, a period when the line between myth and reality was blurred, and the shadows seemed to hold untold horrors. Their tales, passed down through generations, serve as a reminder of the power of belief, the enduring human fascination with the unknown, and the darkness that can lurk within the human heart. Do you believe in werewolves? The answer perhaps lies not in the annals of history but within ourselves, for it is in the shadows of our own minds, in the unexplored territories of fear and belief, that the true monsters reside. As we emerge from the shadows of the past and step back into the light of the present, we are left to ponder the enduring legacy of these tales. Are they merely legends, cautionary tales spun to keep us from straying too far from the safety of the firelight? Or do they hold a kernel of truth, a chilling reminder that the world is a stranger and more terrifying place than we might imagine?